The Toyota AE86, often referred to as the Hachiroku, is more than just a car. It's a symbol, a legend, and a cult classic that has inspired car enthusiasts and drift fans for decades. Today, we're diving into the story of the AE86, exploring what makes it so special and why it has stood the test of time. The AE86 was part of Toyota's fifth generation of the Corolla series, but it stands out as one of the most iconic models to ever wear the Corolla badge. Introduced in 1983, the AE86 was a lightweight, rear-wheel drive coupe designed to cater to a growing demand for affordable, sporty cars. But what really made the AE86 stand out was its balance, agility, and its deep connection to motorsports, especially in the emerging world of drifting. Before we get into the specifics, it's important to understand the broader context of the era. The early 1980s were an exciting time for the automotive industry. The world was recovering from the oil crises of the previous decade, and people were starting to move away from the larger, fuel-guzzling cars of the 70s. In Japan, particularly, there was a thirst for compact, lightweight vehicles that could offer both fun and efficiency. The AE86 was Toyota's answer to this, a car that was affordable, practical, and yet had the potential to become something much more. One of the standout features of the AE86 is its simplicity. Toyota didn't over-engineer the car. It was built to be straightforward, which in turn made it incredibly easy to modify and customize. Whether it was the engine, suspension, or bodywork, the AE86 became a blank canvas for enthusiasts. It was the perfect starting point for anyone wanting to get into motorsports or car tuning. The car's chassis was balanced, offering great handling and feedback, which made it an absolute joy to drive. Let's talk about the heart of the AE86, the engine. Under the hood, the AE86 was powered by the 4AGE, a 1.6-liter, four-cylinder engine that quickly earned a reputation for its high-revving nature and responsiveness. Although it wasn't the most powerful engine on the market, producing around 128 horsepower at its peak, it was all about the way it delivered power. The 4AGE was known for its ability to rev to the moon, making it an absolute favorite for tuners. The relatively modest power output was also perfect for drivers who were looking to master the art of driving, allowing them to focus on handling rather than relying purely on raw horsepower. One of the things that set the AE86 apart from many of its contemporaries was its rear-wheel drive layout. By this point in automotive history, front-wheel drive cars were becoming the norm, especially for compact sedans and hatchbacks. But Toyota decided to stick with rear-wheel drive for the AE86, and this decision would become a key factor in the car's popularity among motorsport enthusiasts. Rear-wheel drive cars are known for their balance and ability to slide, which is essential in motorsports like drifting. And as it turns out, the AE86 would go on to become one of the most iconic cars in the world of drifting. Now let's talk about the role the AE86 played in shaping the drift scene. Drifting, as a motorsport, had been around for a while, but it gained significant global recognition in the 1990s, largely due to the popularity of the anime Initial D. This iconic series featured a young street racer named Takumi Fujiwara, who drove an AE86. The anime played a huge role in cementing the AE86 as the car of choice for drift enthusiasts worldwide. But what makes the AE86 so perfect for drifting? Well, its rear-wheel drive layout, lightweight, and relatively low power allowed skilled drivers to initiate and maintain controlled slides without overwhelming the car's capabilities. It was a car that, with the right driver behind the wheel, could almost feel like an extension of their own body, responding to every input with precision. And that brings us to another key element of the AE86's appeal: its pure driving experience. In a world where cars were becoming more and more automated, with power steering, automatic transmissions, and various electronic aids, the AE86 remained old school. It gave you full control. The manual steering was heavy, and the suspension was stiff, but it allowed drivers to feel every bit of the road. There was a sense of connection that you just don't get with modern cars. Every turn, every shift, and every throttle input felt like it mattered. And that's something that's rare to find today, especially in such a small, affordable package. The AE86's design also contributed to its appeal. It had a sleek, boxy shape that was quintessentially 80s, but also timeless in its simplicity. The front end, with its pop-up headlights, was instantly recognizable. The hatchback variant of the AE86 was particularly popular due to its practicality and sporty stance. But no matter which version you got, the car always exuded a sense of fun and youthfulness. It wasn't about flashy features or excessive luxury. It was about the driving experience, and that's what made it so special. Despite its popularity in the drifting world, the AE86 wasn't just a motorsport icon. It was also a practical car. The compact size made it easy to maneuver in tight spaces, while the hatchback offered enough cargo room for everyday use. It was a car that could take you to the track on the weekends and then serve as your daily driver during the week. This versatility helped cement the AE86's place in the hearts of so many people. Whether it was an enthusiast car or a workhorse, the AE86 was always reliable and fun. Over the years, the AE86 has maintained its cult status, not only due to its motorsport pedigree, but also because of its role in car culture. The car's simplicity, affordability, and ease of modification made it a staple of car meets, drift events, and tuning shops. The AE86 has become a canvas for countless builds, with owners adding their own personal touch, whether it's through performance modifications, unique paint jobs, or custom body kits. The AE86 remains a symbol of what a car can be when it's stripped down to its essentials and driven purely for the joy of driving. However, the AE86 is not just a piece of automotive history, it's also a valuable collector's item today. The rarity of well-maintained examples and the increasing interest in vintage Japanese cars have made the AE86 a sought-after commodity in the automotive world. Prices for clean, original cars have steadily increased over the years, and the AE86 has become a prized possession for those lucky enough to own one. Its place in car culture and its connection to motorsports and drifting make it an enduring icon, one that will continue to be cherished for generations to come. As time moves on, the legacy of the AE86 continues to inspire new generations of car enthusiasts. It's a car that transcends its era. While some may see it as a relic of the past, to others, it's a timeless piece of automotive art. The AE86 was ahead of its time in many ways, offering a driving experience that is still unmatched by many modern cars. Even as the automotive world continues to evolve, the AE86 remains a reminder of a simpler time when driving was about more than just getting from point A to point B. It was about passion, precision, and fun. The AE86 wasn't just a car, it was a movement. And even though the car itself may no longer be in production, its spirit lives on in the world of motorsports, in the drift scene, and in the hearts of enthusiasts around the world. For those who've had the privilege to drive one, the AE86 will always be more than just a car. It will always be a piece of history, a driving legend, and a symbol of what cars can be when they're built with passion.